Political vegan. That's a
yeah.
thing. You like to eat grass?
TheBurgerDude.com, right? He's a seasoned commercial kitchen chef, but he went vegan, and so he still uses his commercial kitchen, but in a vegan way, right? And it's got all the burgers, and it's got all the... Unless that was a joke about cannabis. Yeah, I smoke cannabis.
No, I'm talking about like you were a vegan.
Yeah, with grass, right? Like, I smoke grass. I don't drink alcohol. I don't do heroin. I don't do meth or shrooms or coke or pills or any of that type of stuff, right? It's just cannabis.
Yeah, vegans aren't bad. Vegans aren't bad. I mean, some of them are, but I mean, for the most part.
Yeah. Well, a lot of people, see, it's a bell curve, right? So there are evil vegans, right? There are cultists out there who are vegan, right? You got to watch out for them.
Right.
But like, just the philosophy is like independent of all of that nonsense, right? So if you wanted to, right, just it's not about them, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I just recently switched actually everything back to plant-based.
Cool. Yeah, and there's a website called happycow.net. So you can put it in your city and find a vegan restaurant anywhere in the world.
Oh yeah.
Usually.
Happy cow. That's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they got a forum.
I mean, I usually feel the best too when I'm on my plant-based, but
they really should get a Discord server, right? Happy Cow. They're gonna have a forum.
I don't know, dude. I think veganism is some silly shit, but to each their own.
It's not silly.
I think, like, people who are like,
they can be silly.
Why is it trying to connect to this?
Like silly people. Silly people are vegan, but veganism is not silly, right?
I don't think so. I think it is silly, but hey.
Why?
But hey.
Why is it silly?
Just think that most people don't even make it past the 10-year mark. Their body starts to fucking shut down. They start to have.
Well, I mean, I forgive me if I am actually talking to God, then I apologize. But it seems as though you're making a claim about millions of people where you don't actually know what you're talking about, right? Are you God?
No, I'm not God. But okay. I have my reasons for believing this.
Well, okay, so like if we can go to Gemini, right? Gemini.google.com and like ask if it's possibly vegan and how people go vegan and what's the ratio of like the turnaround, right? And what ratio of the turnaround is like people who did it for ethics or people who do it for health and people who did it because they had a boyfriend or whatever, right? Like that's like if you're just doing it to lose weight, but you say you're vegan, yeah, of course they're going to stop, right? You got to look at the ethics. The people who do it for ethics, people who do it for ethics will find a way.
Until their body starts to shut down, and then they say, fuck the ethics.
That doesn't happen, though. Like, you're imagining something that doesn't happen. Like, for example, like what I do, I get
Holy shit. You know what I actually did? I actually did what you said. I was like, what? Maybe I should ask ChatGPT. And it literally said this. I asked, this is the prompt I said. How many people that become vegan in America remain vegan after a 10-year mark? And it said a 2014 study by Funalytics found that 84% of individuals who adopted a vegetarian or vegan diet eventually reverted to consuming animal products.
I know, but
84%.
Yes, that's including the people who did it to lose weight. That is not just looking at the ethics. You need to separate people. Those are different people. That's not fair.
I mean, there's a lot of people who just switch because they just want to lose weight, right? Or just the health reasons, and then they get the benefits, and then they start implementing meat back into their diet.
Yeah, totally. They literally, I get it. If you want to lose weight, you go on a nutritionally deficient diet to lose weight. That makes sense. But you can't continue with nutritionally deficient diet.
Not
into
all of. Okay, you can't just automatically assume that all vegan diets are nutritionally deficient.
They
I
are.
mean,
They literally are.
If you're fruitarian, you'll lose weight.
An ideal vegan diet isn't any ideal diet shouldn't be deficient in anything, right? I mean, an ideal diet you should be able to reach all of those markers, right?
No.
All of those key nutrients. I mean,
So what I do is there's a protein powder at Walmart called Garden of Life, and they've got a chocolate and they got a vanilla. I like the chocolate more, so you get that, and then you get the regular peanut protein powder at Winco, and then you combine that with oatmeal, because Gemini says oatmeal is how you complete the protein for peanut, right? So I mean, I didn't know that without Gemini, right? So I'm relying on AI, and it seems like it's working for me. Like I've been doing it, and I feel great, right? Like it's really making a huge difference, is having extra protein, right?
How long have you been doing this for?
You say what?
How long have you been doing this for?
Well, the protein powder I've only been doing for like a year or whatever, but I've been vegan for 14 years, and for 14 years I just I eat the soy burgers and the whatever burgers, right?
What is your ethnicity?
I'm
What's your ethnicity? What is even?
What does that have to do with anything? Right?
It's incredibly irrelevant. I mean, it couldn't
That's
be more
like
relevant.
a red herring. Like
It's
in the
not.
court of law,
Just
that would be
what is
considered
your ethnicity, bro?
like relevance would be, yeah, would be.
What is it, bro? Just tell me.
I'm American. I was born in America.
Just stop it, dude. What are you ethnically from, dude?
My lineage is from Ireland and Germany. We came over in the potato famine.
What does this have to do with, like, any of what we're talking about?
Because people build up a certain degree of natural capacity to eat certain type of diets that other people don't build up intergenerationally. People that come from Africa, people come from the Middle East and India in particular, tend to be able to have a vegan diet much easier than people who are of Neanderthal or Caucasian descent.
Okay, yeah, whatever.
Yeah, it's true, but you know.
I'm a believer in food science. So if you're a Neanderthal or whatever, there is a amino acid profile for you, vegan, right? Do you believe in food science? Like, we discovered amino acids in the 1800s, right? So expecting Romulus to understand the combinations is unfair, right? But now that we have all this knowledge, right, we can do it, right? If you believe in anything, any kind of science whatsoever, other than like computers, right?
I do believe in science, but I'm also readily aware of the fact that so many of the scientific studies, especially when it comes to exactly this, diets, are falling into a massive problem of non-repeatability. Meaning that
what are you talking about? There's 80 million vegans. How do you not have repeatability with 80 million people?
I'm telling you about studies. I'm saying to you, there's a massive problem right now that is being accepted by the scientific community wholeheartedly, that so many of the studies that people like to publish and cite, people have attempted to repeat the study and they get a completely different outcome. Meaning that the scientific merit of these studies is in essence being fundamentally questioned. Like,
agnotology is a thing.
Is it reproducible? And if your study isn't reproducible, then technically it wouldn't be science.
So right, but the Garden of Life, right? Garden of Life protein powder, the chocolate thing, right? Like, if you look at the science, right? The quote unquote, like how they're counting the milligrams and stuff of the different, like, what do you think that they're just like, you have to try the stuff that people are actually doing, right?
My diet is great. I wouldn't ever need to change my diet. My life is because it's exceptional. So I'm perfectly content eating the food I eat.
I know. I'm not saying to be like doing everything I do, right? Because like I said, it's a very basic peanut butter and jelly, protein powder, caffeine, and maybe some potato chips, right? Like that. That's what and I feel good. I feel like, I mean, I've had this painful shit problem in the past, right? And I stopped cooking my food in oil, right? And I went to peanut butter and jelly, and now I'm somehow not having painful shit anymore. I don't know, but it's like I mean, really, the probiotic, it has a raw probiotic, an enzyme, and an amino acid blend, right? I just don't understand how you don't believe if you thought that there was ethically a way to do it, don't you believe that eventually, if there was scientifically a way to do it, that we should do it on the ethical terms, right? Like, if we can do it, we should do it.
About the ethics of like saving a chicken's life, I literally could give a fuck less. Like, what the fuck on planet Earth kind of cuck ass bitch idea is it to like concern yourself with the well-being of a chicken? What are you, a bitch?
No,
I don't get it, bro.
No, I'm not
concerned about the well-being of a chicken for, bro. Like, what the fuck?
It's actually a larger argument about self-ownership in general, right? Like, you're using sexuality as a weapon is indicative that you are just sort of like a slave to God type bully thing, where because that's what they all do, right? Like, it's a sexual predator cultist thing that you're doing, right? And the idea is that if you could like escape from that, you may as well be ethical towards everybody, not just a select group of people that actually can fight back, right? Like, the reason why you don't care is because the chickens can't fight back, right? You're like a monster on roids, where you probably were like a slave owner or something, right? Like, you were the like, do you believe slavery is wrong? Do you believe slavery is wrong?
I mean, probably not a good thing, yeah.
Okay, why is it not right?
Utilitarian-wise, it doesn't seem to be very practical. It seems to be a lot more
so, but just consequentially, you think that there might be some rebellion someday, right? So it would be better just not, or it'd be more efficient to not. And it's not just about them; it's about just the effectiveness.
It's pragmatically not very effective. Yes.
Right. Yeah. So, but what I'm saying is that the core principle of what you're doing, you're still an evil person. You're arriving there for the wrong reasons, right? Like, it's the root of all evil is utilitarianism, is consequentialism, right? Where you think it's okay to sacrifice others. It doesn't matter in principle what happens to them. It's just about you and whether or not it's okay to get away with it.
This is why you guys are intolerable and no one wants to be a part of your group, is because you're so quick to call people evil. Because what? You save chickens? Shut up, bro.
It's not just about chickens, right? Like, this is like it's lots and lots of reasons, right? Like, it actually so happens that there's like all these people who are starving in the world, and it also just so happens that vegan agriculture is more efficient, right? So like it is more than just the animals, right? But like, the animals are enough, right? Like, the idea that you're going to torture chickens to death is a problem, right? The idea that you think that
torture them to death. Okay. Well, listen, dude. I hope that all of these vegan protein.
It means you're a villain. It means it's not worth my time to try to like. We shouldn't really move on to any other conversation, right? Like, why are you so willing to sacrifice for no reason?
Gotcha. Well, I hope you enjoy eating 10 times the amount of pesticides I consume. I'm sure it's going to be.
Or you're stupid and evil. Do you understand how you're just making excuses in your head? You're just like, oh, they're pesticides. Oh, there's all this other stuff. Or you're wrong, right? Like, I mean, it's a.
I can be as wrong as I want, but that shit hits, bro.
Are you saying the chickens don't have pesticides? You're feeding the chicken all this corn that doesn't have pesticides? I bet you're in cahoots with that mind rapist who just called me manure, right? Like, I hope you suffer in hell. There should be a lake of fire for people like you, right? Wouldn't it suck if there's actually nothing that will hold you accountable? Like, if we do get to the other side of life, right? And there's no abyss, there's no lake of fire, it's all bullshit. And evil psychopaths like you who just call people retards for caring about others, right? Like, you just, man.
You're practically retarded. Pretty impressive.
I hope you suffer in hell. And you have
I
a
mean,
two-face,
eating
right?
like less meat, more plants is
And now he's
objectively
mind raping me.
healthier.
He
So
just
I
called
mean,
me a retard
it's like
telepathically.
like
I hope you suffer as much as possible.
for me, it's not even an issue. It's like a non-issue. But
You don't care that you're friends with a villain that is using telepathy as a weapon.
no, dude, I'm not friends with this guy. I mean, we've conversed in the past. I mean, he seems
I see.
pretty decent. I mean, I'm just chilling here.
Yeah.
I mean, he mentioned that he was trying to build this thing, and he's an entrepreneur, and he's into that. So, I mean, which I think is pretty cool. So, but I mean, would I consider him to be my friend? I mean,
It's a telepathic mind rapist. He might abuse you someday. He's already abusing me. Do you believe in telepathy?
no, dude. I mean, well, yeah, but I mean,
Okay, so you do believe in telepathy, but you know that he is abusing me, right?
I mean, I'm not susceptible to any of this, but
Well, I mean, my problem is that we don't have a Fourth Amendment, right? Like I was just talking to the other guy, right? Like it's a boundlessly nihilistic psychopath world that we live in, where like people can just attack you because they don't like you, right? Like I haven't done anything to him other than just call him evil and stupid and lament about Christianity being a punk and just like wanting to have justice in the world somehow is like, you know, some feminine thing, right? Like he was saying that it's sexuality and like I'm a very normal heterosexual, not a, you know, interested in the problem with him doing that is that we are actually surrounded by evil demon psychopaths that will abuse people with LGBTQ, right? Like there's rainbow flags everywhere, right? What do you think of that? You said you believe in telepathy, right? What do you think of these transgender people telling people that they're crazy for believing in telepathy, right? Shouldn't you be like able to talk about telepathy if you're trans?
I don't know what these trans people are doing, to tell you the truth. However, I mean, I think, yeah, you know, the mind and, you know, I don't think we understand human capabilities just yet, but I think telepathy could definitely be, you know, possible for sure.
Well, if you listen to the Shadow Radio Show, go to Linktree/telepathy conspiracy. And like all these people who are telling you that they don't believe it, always redirect them to Linktree/telepathy conspiracy. And then they'll be able to, you know, at least, you know, have a fighting chance, right? Like I don't know if that'll actually be enough, but it is really hardcore disturbing, right? Like if like I mean, like I had these conversations with people, right? Like there's a Samantha. Did you see that person? Transgender person that's. They told me I was crazy. I mean, telepathy's not right.